Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 2 of building the 1966 Batmobile. In this issue, we're starting on the wheel. And obviously, first of all, we're going to have a look through the magazine. So let's have a look and see what we're looking at today. We've got Shack in the middle. Sorry, Smack in the middle, I should say. Don't know what this is going to be about. It's about the TV show. Oh, this is season 1, episode 2. That's what it was actually called. Okay. I don't know how many seasons there are. I'm expecting it's one of these things that you remember there being hundreds and hundreds, but there's probably only 10 or something. There's not as many as you would think. But yeah, about the Batcave as well. Batman, Hush. I do vaguely remember Hush as being a thing. I think I've got the graphic novel of Hush. So yeah, that's an interesting Batman experience. Looking at year by year. Detective Comics obviously in there as well. From 1940 by the looks of it. Good stuff. Classic Batman outfits. Interesting. Right, there we go. And a page from Batman as well. So yes, the car parts in this issue. We've got a wheel, a tyre. We're going to assemble. Also the antenna. And the centre cap for the wheel, I believe. Obviously, we can't fit that until we fit the wheel. So yeah. So this is, looks like it's going to be the front left wheel. There, we've got to put that together. Good stuff. And the antenna, obviously, there as well. Doesn't look like it's going to retract, which is fair enough. And the result is obviously we end up with a wheel, sensor cap, and the antenna. So let's clear this out of the way. Let's have a look at the parts and start the build. So, as well as last times, which I'm just going to leave there until we finish the entire build for this month, we've got the wheel, which is a nice rubbery wheel, and obviously other paraphernalia that we'll be doing this build. First of all, we've got the wheel. Now, the one side is slightly nicer printed than the other, so I'm going to make that the outside, obviously. We have the silvery bit, which pops on there like so. And then on the inside, we've got the first one of these that goes through it that way round. And obviously locates onto the air like that. Let me just double check to see that I've got that way round. I think I might want it the other way round. I think that post is going to have to come interior rather than exterior. Yeah, that fits on there better than that way round. So it's going to go like that with the post sticking up inside. Like so. And then this one goes on the outside. Like that. And then we've got 5 of these screws to hold that all together. Let me grab my screwdriver. Try that. Oh, not working very well. Not very magnetic, apparently. Used to be. I'm just having trouble with that particular screw. We'll get that through there. Let's put it in place with this applied screwdriver, which is more magnetic than mine. That is just going to go in there. Get this lined up properly. It's not quite lined up. It slips around a little bit. Sure that lines up. Like that. There we go. That's better. Trouble with it though. Get there. I will get there. I'm not going to do all of them. Don't worry about that. Well, I will do all of them, but not all of them live on camera. The problem is this is black going against black. You're not going to be able to see it. Even you'll see it even worse than I can see it here live. There we go. So that goes in there along with the other 4 to hold that all together, a bit like that. I like it. It's nice. It's shiny. It does the job. So that will be put aside for later. I shall do the other screws later as well. The next thing we've got to do is the interior hubcap, which just pops onto there like that, and then that will eventually go in there when this is obviously being attached to the car. So that's going to go on there like so. Nice. I like it. So far, so good. And then we have the antenna, which is in fact telescopic, and quite telescopic as well. There's a lot of sections in there. And that needs to go into here with 2 screws to hold that in place. The other screws are these ones. One in either side, not 3. So one of those can go back in the packet. Always keep your spare screws. If you're doing any of these builds, then it's always worth keeping hold of your spare screws, because you never know when they will come in useful. So we've got obviously a hole on either side of this piece, and a hole on either side of this piece as well. The trick is going to be getting that lined up with that hole all the way through there. So I am going to extend it, at least extend the first bit, so I've got something decent to hold on to while we're trying to get that lined up. So I can get that through there a bit like that. Before I even put that in there, I'm going to see if this screws into here. I think it screws into the plastic on here rather than the metal on the inside there. Yeah, that's definitely not slipping into there, so that's going to screw into there, and then that will then screw and just hold the other the antenna metal part in. So get those started will be the best plan. Says it not being a good plan. It's a great plan. It's just me being inept. Try and do that again. And those started. There you go. Turn or so in that. And then we can get that lined up through there. With any luck, that will go straight in to that hole that's just below it. Certainly going in. Now that's not moving, so yeah, that's a good thing. The other side done exactly the same. There we have it. I'll get those tightened up off camera. But for now, that works and extends. We've got one more thing or 2 more things to do. We've got the very, very fine rotating bat signal that goes on the top there like that. Probably just about see that. And that is held in place with a little cap piece using another one of these little bags. Here we go. One end of that is shiny and the other end is threaded. So we get that on the end there. Easier to rotate the big thing than the little thing. That tightens down on there. Then we have the extendable. I can't remember what they called it now. What did they call it? They just called it the antenna, but I'm sure it was called something else on the big thing. I can't see it now, but there we go. So that is what we have. That signal that will extend from the hood for them to track things and do whatever they want to do with that. So there we go. That's that. That's the first issue, and indeed, using this as well, the first 2 issues complete. The wait for the next pack is underway now. So when that arrives, I don't know what it's going to be. We'll find out and go on from there. But it's going to be a good build all the same. So thank you very much for joining me on this journey, and I shall see you for more very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye for now.